Hey guys, I wanted to talk about my riding gear evolution or progression as a sport bike rider. And I wanted to say that I'm not a gear Nazi, and I'm not trying to be. This is just my progression as a rider, and everyone makes their own decisions, and there's no right or wrong. So, with that being said, how I look on the screen is basically how I rode when I first started way back in 1997. I bought an FZR 600. I think it was like fourth hand. It was beat to hell, and bought a helmet and started to ride. And I'm not too proud to say that I wore flip flops on occasion. I wore sneakers, and um, and it's for me now it's crazy, but back then it was normal. And I think riding for me back then wasn't just about the experience of riding and the feeling of riding. It was also kind of the image of riding, and that appealed to me. So um, I had this image in my mind of how it looked and what it was like. And as I aged, I guess I'm an old guy now, but as I've kind of progressed in life and become a better rider, people change. So um, how I look on the screen now is was what I would say after about a year. So after about a year, to me, this is probably the most dangerous period of my riding life, where I could say that I thought I knew how to ride, but thinking back, I didn't know how to ride. But I knew enough to get around town, but I couldn't. Um, God forbid that someone pulled out in front of me in an intersection or something like that. It was a miracle that I got out alive and that never happened. But I saw the need to get some gloves because I did have a couple of speed crashes versus just like the tip overs that I had when I just started. So I bought the gloves and um, progressing towards more safety and things like that. So from there, fast forward another year or a couple years, I was fortunate enough that someone gifted me a riding jacket. So I got a Dainese jacket, had a elbow protection, shoulder protection, and my introduction to a back protector. Took some time to get used to, but once I did, it's like I couldn't go back. It just didn't feel right without it. Um, Versus like a fashion jacket or a casual jacket that I was wearing prior to that. And then I got some riding boots too. And likewise, once I started to get used to that, then wearing sneakers felt awkward to me. So I didn't go to riding pants right after this. And I think to this day, a lot of people still don't. And it's based on the type of riding they do. And because that's definitely the case for me. So I don't go to run errands or school or go hang out, meet people with my bike anymore. I'm basically a weekend rider now. So I'm basically full gear when I ride. And I recognize that it's hard to carry shoes. It's hard to have your riding pants over your jeans and things like that if you're going out. And I get that. And I think that that's a big part of the reason why people do that. And same with like commuters. Um, I get that. And this video isn't one in trying to solve that. I'm just trying to call that out for what it is. But my progression, as you see it on the screen, is where I am now, but it's not where I went after the jacket. So I went to the one piece. So I always wanted to go to ride on the track and be a track rider and know what that's like and be good at it and all that. So I got with a group of guys. We were riding the canyon still on the weekends and getting fast and just riding way over our heads. Um, Dragging knees and just doing all sorts of crazy out on the roads, which makes no sense now when I think about it. But that's what it was. And I think again the whole image and stigma thing about the gear and what it means, and I see it to this day. It's like for me, when I put on that one piece, it was for a reason. I knew what we went out there to do, and again, reflecting back, it makes no sense. But that's for me. That was the choice I made. kind of when I came to that realization. So, like I said, to this day, I still see a lot of guys out in the canyons. Kind of, it's all kind of replaying what I went through um, in that phase, and I basically chose not to wear my one piece anymore on the road because I just lacked maturity on how I rode when I wore it. Now I could probably wear it now, but again, here comes that stigma thing for me, in that I noticed I was getting a lot of unwanted attention because of kind of the reputation that was out there with guys that were wearing these one piece suits. So not trying to be a gear Nazi, just a personal choice. I've chosen not to do it. Wear it out on the road. No question, by far, when I wear it, it's the safest apparel I could wear or gear I could wear when I'm on my bike. But I feel just as safe where I am now in terms of my gear. So this is how I look now. Um, dedicated riding pants with the knee armor, hip armor, boots, jacket, gloves. You've seen my helmet reviews possibly. If you haven't, appreciate if you check those out. And then I ride smooth, fast, still have fun, but safe. And I only ride to ride. I don't ride to go anywhere else. So um, enjoying myself, and hopefully you can relate. If you have any questions or comments, let me know.